the middle. It's Pat Veruti. Let's see when they unpile. Touchdown, Pat Veruti. The extra point kick is going to be attempted by Ken Woody. It's out of the hole to Tom Blanchard. It's down. The kick's up. It's no good. Someone got a hand on it in there. I believe it was Mel Burrell, and deflected it off to the right-hand side. Let's watch the slow-motion replay of the touchdown. As Blanchard gives to the second man through, Pat Veruti, the tailback. And look at that power at the goal line of Veruti, right over Don England. John Davis is deep to receive. The kick from Ken Moody. Line drive, Davis waits it at the goal line. Blocking forms up the middle. Johnny to the 5, up to the 10. Goes to the 15, crosses the 20-yard line.
Put your helmet on. Come on, John.
Wrap that ball up, Bob.
Keep your eye on it.
Okay, all right, quarterback. Don't forget, look your calls. You give them the ball, you haven't given the ball off, and you still have it, and you cut downfield. That I-back or pitchman is told to stay with you if you run 90 yards for a touchdown. Okay? So as far as option pitch is concerned, it's never out of your mind, as long as that man's running with you. The I-back and the pitchman is never out of your mind.
Going out there and thinking, oh, I got 2 hours of this after you've been to school all day and you're kind of tired and stuff. And just getting out on the field. Once you're out there, it's not so bad because you know you can't get off.
I have, as a football coach, both on the high school and college level, influenced the lives of many young men. I know I have. And if I hadn't, then I would seriously judge the worth of my spending 20 years and maybe 20 more years in it. But I know that youngsters who have needed guidance badly because of broken homes or because of no home, that I have provided a motivation for them and an inspiration for them, which has caused them to go on to become coaches themselves and become good teachers, good citizens. And I think also I've given them motivation to work with other youngsters even though they're not in college, in coaching. I think I've given them motivation to work with their own youngsters to keep things that are important in American life first in their minds.
That's a good drill. Sam, just like Bart Starr runs this drill.
What not? Good job.
It is an expression of the American way of life. I mean, when you're going in for a touchdown, it's root hog or die, and it's dig little pig or you're not going to survive, and you've got to find a way to win, and it can't be cheating or you're going to be penalized, and it can't be crying or you're not going to be successful. So it teaches a young man to overcome adversity, and it teaches him that hard work is going to win for him, and that a team effort is more important than an individual effort, and that subservience of his own individual desires to the betterment of the football team and for the glory of himself and his team and the school is a very important factor, and I think those things carry over into his later life. Most young men are born with a, kind of a combative instinct, and I think football is a great release.
And our society isn't allowed normally to just walking down the street. You just can't, club anybody, walking down the street or anything like that. But on a football field, everything goes. It all seems to be just a full madness. Kick. Scratch. Bite. It just seems fantastic.
Two people come in contact and meet each other, see who's tougher. You're gonna have to dig pain to play it.
Go, 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 go!
A lot of people have a high threshold for pain, and those people it doesn't affect at all. And that's one thing that the trainer is quite valuable for. He soon knows what players can play with a minor amount of pain.
If you don't go 100% all the time, 110% you get hurt. And maybe this is what happened as I leaped over this guy. He went around me, and I guess that I kind of relaxed for that 1 second. And it went out, and they put it back in, and then 2 weeks later I played again. This was last year, and then I hurt it again in the Oregon game, and this time it was really hurt bad. And I didn't play the last 2 games, and they went in and they cut it open and put a pin and kind of a screw in there to hold it. So I worked out, and I came back again, and it didn't come out the front this time, it went out the back. I'm going to go in again. And I guess they're going to do the same thing in back. Yeah, so I'll have dual scars.
My #1 school, thank God.
I love it. I came all the way from New York to see it. Something we've grown up with, I suppose. I try and watch all the games.
It's a fun thing. I used to play football myself. I enjoyed coming down here and shooting pictures of it.
And it mixes the clothes and the excitement and the air and the...
I make a little money, hot dogs.
I just love football.
What?
I love football.
It kind of builds up a hero image, too, and I think it's necessary to have heroes.
Some person who's extra tough or extra special, because that's how I looked at football players when I was a little kid. Someone who's very talented or something, whether or not you are, you know. They feel that if you're out there, you know, if you're a football player, or say if you were a baseball player, you know, it's the same thing. You're a hero to all the little kids, especially, you know, not especially people of your own age group, but to small kids you are.
I wouldn't mind being a hero, you know, wearing a big cape and stuff, giant boots, driving around a Harley or something. That's a pretty good hero.
Everyone wants to be part of this spectacular thing that's going on. Cheerleading for a girl is the way that a girl can participate in sports. I think a girl that wants to be a cheerleader has always wanted to be one since she was in junior high, and then she was one in high school, and then in college. All you want to do is get that ball over the goal line, and when it does go over, it's a real deep feeling of success. You're elated, not just happy, but really elated that you've won. Maybe the next afternoon that feeling won't be there, but right at that moment it's really a great feeling. It's not something that you express, it's something that we express through our actions. A lot of times cheering isn't speaking, it's doing, it's jumping, it's doing routines, it's doing your fight song, because that's what the feeling is for you, that's what the feeling is for the crowd. Clapping, jumping, yelling, screaming.
Didn't get the word.
Okay, hell, man. What do you want?
Try to slide it.
Oh. It gives an opportunity for everybody to generally act kind of, you know, crazy, but legitimately, and have a good time, and not have, you know, to worry about, you know, anything else. It's a time to shout and let off steam.
Slicker Flea, fight. Pitch. Off. Oh, it's a double block. Get big.
And I tried to work in the idea of the 100th year of football, the complete football. And I'm trying to work on a frontier scene, yet something that would be slightly creative or different from what most people are doing on the form of not necessarily utilizing a different setting, but the way with which I do work with the setting is what I want to try and work with. I'm just trying to get a lot of movement into it, creativity, surprise. I think the element of surprise is what's won it for us about the last 4 years in a row.
can almost feel the adrenaline pumping. One person gets it, and it seems like it flows through the whole dressing room. It's just a very, very high spirit, and you just, you know, you just feel like, you know, a guy like tearing up the world.
Like it was like electricity going through your whole head. That's all you could hear. It's just a like buzz. It was like being shocked.